Today in this video, we are going to talk about how habits are formed in the brain so that you can start making adjustments to your actions and really create some momentum and change in your life. So before I get started, let me introduce myself. I'm Angela Mager. I am a certified health coach with a background as a registered nurse and in functional health. So today we are going to talk about this behavior model. And a behavior happens whether you want it to or not. Any kind of behavior that you are doing is happening because of the right amount of motivation and ability and then a prompt. So you need the right ratio for the behavior of motivation and ability, and then when you are prompted, you'll do it, okay? So it's graphed here so that you can see how this works. It makes it really easy to understand when you see this. On this axis, we have motivation. We have low motivation to high motivation at the top. So up here, you just want it to happen. Let's say you are so motivated to start exercising. You know about all the benefits. You know it's going to help you to feel good. It's going to help your brain. It's going to help your body. It's going to help your heart. I mean, there's nothing bad we can say about exercise, right? So you're super motivated. But down here, how easy is it for you? This is the ability line. And way over here, it's hard. This is super hard. It may be, if you're wanting to run and it's raining outside and you don't have any shoes, any tennis shoes to run in, that would be really hard to get yourself to go out and run if you didn't have the right things, the right tools to get you out there. And then easy. Now for easy, that would be, say, all you have to do is put on your shoes. All right, so we're going to talk about how that is a first step to creating a behavior of exercise. So just putting on your shoes doesn't take a lot of motivation to put on your shoes. It may take some, to actually do it. But you have your ability and your motivation. And then this is your action line. So you have to have the right amount of motivation and ability to get you over the action line. So if you plot this out, let's say for the running example, let's say that for you it's pretty hard, but it's, you've done it before, you've been walking a while, you're kind of worried about being out of breath and things like this, right? So it's getting on the harder side, but you're really motivated. So then you're going to be over the action line. You're going to be on this side of the action line. But let's say maybe you really don't care that much about running. Maybe what you really want to do is you want to do some stretching. You've been feeling really tight and tense, and running isn't going to help you with that. You want to do some stretching activity. That's really where you're leaning towards. So for the running, your motivation is going to be pretty low. So if it's hard, you're going to be way over here. This is quite a distance from your action line. It's going to take a lot to get you over there. Like I said, maybe just putting on your shoes, and that might move you up over this line because this line is going to be closer and closer to the closer and closer to the ability line. So it's going to be coming further and further down in the motivation that's required to get you over the hump. So, and again, you have to have a prompt. So you have to have something that reminds you, no matter how motivated, no matter how easy, if you don't remember to do it, if you don't have it figured into your schedule of how this is going to happen, days will go by without it happening. Even if it is putting on your shoes When are you going to put on your shoes? What's going to remind you? What's going to be that trigger that says, up, putting on my shoes time? All right, so this is how you can create a habit. And yes, whenever you start with just putting on your shoes, it has to take some time to build, and it will take time to create a habit of running from putting on your shoes. But it can, as your ability becomes easier and easier as you get in that habit of putting on your shoes, and you're like, well, I have my shoes on, I might as well go for a short little walk. Or, might as well go outside for a little bit, now that I have my shoes on, I can go outside. Because if you're anything like me, I walk around the house all day, and my little, these shoes that aren't great for walking outside. So that's a first step. Well, if I had some tennis shoes on, I'd probably go out and check the mail, or I'd do something outside. But that's how you do create, you build on a habit. And then as you start walking, you'll start to add your motivation. If you really did want to create a running habit, if it wasn't your idea, you may never start actually running. Okay, you have to have some amount of motivation to get you running. But it does build. It can build as you continue to work through the model and create. You do have to create prompts for yourself. So it may be that when you, before you have lunch, something like you get up to make your lunch, and before you make your lunch, you put on your shoes. All right, so that maybe over time you might go for a walk before lunch, right? So something like that. You have to create a prompt that will remind you to do the tiny, easy behavior that doesn't take a lot of motivation. All right, so that's how you can create some habits in your life. All right, so that is how the behavior method or model works, and then you can use this model to create some changes for yourself. Think about some things that you want to start doing, and then break them down to something really easy that like 99% sure you'll do it. You're motivated enough, it's easy enough to get you over that action line. Make sure it's very well within the action area, not something close to the line, right? So kind of plot it out for yourself and be realistic about it, and then figure out ways to build on this new little habit to get you closer and closer to what you are really wanting to see happen for you. So if you found this video helpful, subscribe to this channel, click the bell to get notified, because I will be every week creating videos like this that help you to create a healthy lifestyle, help you crush your cravings, and make consistent choices that will get you to the health and the weight that you want.